Right, the family of a retiring U.S. Congresswoman confirms she has been dealing with dementia issues after her months-long absence from D.C. raised concerns among her colleagues in Congress. Texas Republican Congresswoman Granger says she's been dealing with health challenges that have made traveling to D.C. difficult, and her absence sparking calls for the term limits as the trailblazing Congresswoman ends her historic tenure while living in a retirement community. NewsNation's Xavier Walton is in Dallas with the very latest. And Xavier, the Congresswoman is extremely popular, but her health concerns are raising issues.
Hey, Nick, good morning. Yeah, that's right. And Congresswoman Granger's son telling the Dallas Morning News she's been living in Fort Worth at Tradition Living Center, senior living, excuse me, and that the Congresswoman deals with what he describes and calls dementia issues, but denies that she was actually in a mental care facility. Now, you just mentioned this. Republican Congresswoman Granger, a big name here in Texas. The 81-year-old is the longest-serving U.S. representative and the first Republican woman to actually represent the Lone Star State in Washington. However, Granger hasn't voted on the House floor since July, leading some to really question if something was wrong. Congresswoman Granger stepped down from her role as the chairwoman of the House Appropriations Committee back in March. At the time, Granger described the move as a shift to becoming an educator, writing to House Speaker Mike Johnson, "I will remain on the committee as chair emeritus to lead as a teacher would, providing advice and counsel for my colleagues when it is needed." However, Congresswoman Granger was notably absent during the recent negotiations to keep the government funded, even missing Friday's vote to avert a government shutdown. Then, over the weekend, the Dallas Express reporting that Granger had allegedly been living in a memory care and assisted living facility for some time after having been found wandering, lost and confused in Fort Worth. Now, in a statement Sunday, Granger's office confirming that the Congresswoman is navigating some unforeseen health challenges that progressed in September, forcing her to step back from her obligations in Congress. But that did little to ease the minds of some constituents or fellow lawmakers who say they had no idea the Congresswoman hasn't been doing well.
I wasn't aware. I think there's no doubt a lot of us knew that she was gaining in age, like a lot of members do. And sadly, some of these members wait until it's too long, things have gone too far. And I think this gets back to the root of it. Congress should do its job. And if you can't do your job, maybe you shouldn't be there.
And Nick, between Congresswoman Granger's lingering illness and concerns, and then you match that with President Biden here over recent months, there is this new push and obviously more talk about term limits when it comes to politics.
It also reminded me of Senator Dianne Feinstein last year. So, Xavier, this is something we'll definitely keep an eye on. Xavier Walton, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.